Thanks, MM. I'm liking what I'm seeing out there. Now, Robinson is standing right beside me here. Yeah. He's a Sweden-based gospel artist, producer, sound and software engineer, many things in one. Now, his style can best be described as a blend of contemporary gospel and R&B with influences from pop and Afrobeat. Now, he's about to produce something really special for us on the Wake Up Nigeria stage. Something about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, giving thanks and talking to God and saying He's been good, right?
Yeah.
All right, so are you ready for us?
I am,
Let's
sir.
do it.
Yeah. You've been? Oh, Lord. Come on. Say it. Sing, you've been good. Oh, Lord. Yeah. You've been. Yes, you have. Oh, Lord. Yeah, yeah. You've been. Woo! Simple song says, can I tell you all my testimony of what the Lord has done for me? He gave me peace and changed my story. And He gave me hope, He did that too. Erased the pain of yesterday, and He gave me a brand new song today. Yeah, yeah. So I'll forever praise Your name, 'cause You deserve the highest praise. That's why I sing just a little bit louder. That's why I shout just a little bit louder. He's been so good, yes, He brought me over. 'Cause my God deserves just the highest praise. Everybody lift it up, let's go now. Oh Lord, You've been, yes. Sing, oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord, You've been, yes, You've been. Yeah, you know He's been good, everybody. 'Cause He erased the pain of yesterday, and He gave me a brand new song today, yes. So I'll forever praise Your name, 'cause You deserve the highest praise. That's why I sing just a little bit louder. That's why I shout just a little bit louder. 'Cause He's been so good, yes, He brought me over. My God deserves just the highest praise. Everybody lift it up, let's go now. Oh Lord, You've been, yes, You've been good, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah, You've been, woo, You've been. Listen now, You've been my healer, yes, You've been. And my protector, yes, You've been. And my way maker, yes, You've been. My soul gives You all the glory. Yeah, that's why I sing just a little bit loud. That's why I shout, that's why I shout. Yeah, He's been so good. Uh-huh. My God deserves just, come on. That's why I sing, that's why I sing. And why I shout, just, yeah, You've been so good, Jesus. Woo. My God deserves. 1, 2, 3, come on, everybody lift it up. Let's go. Oh Lord, You've been, yeah, yeah. Oh Lord, yes. Woo. You've been, you ready? You've been. Come on, come on, come on, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, let's go. Yes, You've been so good. Yes, You've been.
Talk to us about your experience. Now, your experience have varied. You have a Nigerian experience, you have your Swedish experience, and then you have an experience as a producer and also as a singer as well.
Yeah.
So tell us how this all started.
Well, I mean, when I lived back in Nigeria, we all started off in church, and it was a lot of music and singing and all of that. And when I moved to Sweden, then it was like I had to start off and find a way to be able to get my sound out. And then it's kind of hard to get people who can understand your sound. So I was kind of forced to go into production myself just to be able to express myself.
Exactly, which can be pretty tough. I mean, we've had 1 or 2 Nigerian acts out in Sweden over the years, but not too many. So your sound is a fusion of you do a little bit of gospel, do a little bit of pop.
Exactly.
I could hear a little bit of that European feel in your music. So not like what you would find in like a mainstream.
No. I mean, you have to find a way to bridge your sound in a way that's acceptable to the Swedish sound.
Exactly. So that Euro sound is there. So it's something that you can hear across the continent. Just talk to us about some of the people that you've worked with. I mean, as a producer, I'm sure you meet a lot of people not only out in Sweden but in Nigeria as well.
Yeah, exactly. I've worked with Pinkst. It's like the biggest body of gospel writers in Sweden. I've worked with artists like Samuel Ljungblad. I've worked with a guy named Niji. I've worked with friends from the States as well. So it's a mix of sounds. And
of course, now you go to Nigeria for a few weeks to do some production work as well.
Exactly.
Talk to us about that.
Well, it's one of my old friends, and he called me up and said, look, we need to get a good sound. So come down with some gear and getting ready to just make a new sound.
Now, talking about the gear and some of the high-tech stuff that you brought in, a lot of artists reach out to you to help master their sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even though we have great producers in Nigeria, sometimes mixing and mastering is a different ballgame entirely. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, you know, it has to sound right. It's a chain that has to work. So from when you record to the mix and the mastering, everything has to be great for a great track. Yeah. So it's important to be able to help, you know, guys who have made great songs to be able to get the end product right and sounding good. Yeah,
because I mean, for us in Nigeria, you know how we do it. It's always really a drive and a hustle.
Yeah.
You get very little help from anywhere. So even producers that you find here just try to do their best. Most of the software is pirated. But you just try to put everything together. So, but when you have someone like you coming around, it's always very good. So how do you also plan to work with other producers to help improve their sound?
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping to be able to work back and forth. So I'm going to have my studio here and back home. So my plan is to be able to help as many guys and just to get the right sound so that, you know, we can beef up the quality. Yeah.
So let's talk about acceptance, gospel music. You have this international feel to your song.
Yeah.
What's the acceptance rate like, not just in Sweden, but in Europe as well, for your music?
Yeah, I believe that you kind of have to, because when you talk about gospel or a sound, you have to find the best sound that can appeal to people who don't even go to church. Yeah. So you have to find a way to morph your sound, have your messaging, and make sure that it's a sound that can be played on the radio and the people can get it.
Yeah. Which is really important. There was a time back in the 90s when a few gospel songs came out and they were playing it in clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
and true. Of course, that should be sometimes your aim, because the aim is not just to have gospel music playing inside a church, but also to have it in the mainstream.
Exactly.
Well.
I mean, people expect gospel music to be played in church.
Yeah.
But the people outside don't expect it, so you have to get it so that someone can just listen and be like, "Oh, this is nice," you know, might just buy it.
All right, so I know Sweden is a very cold country.
It is.
And can be hard to find a black person. So how do you deal with it, like when you're out there and, you know, doing your work on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. And all of that? Well, you know, I mean, the key to living a good life in Sweden is just getting integrated. And you kind of have to get into the language and yeah. So the thing is, when you move out, you have to sort of just now I'm here in Europe and I have to get into the society.
Yeah.
So it's not so important hanging out with Nigerians because you can always come home and hang out.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly. So integration is very important instead
key.
of just, you know, being isolated.
Yeah. I mean, some people live abroad, but their mindset is back home.
Yeah.
Then it's hard.
It's hard, you know, because I mean, you get there, culture shock, and lots of things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
So, but you are also a software engineer.
Yeah.
And so this is sort of what you balance out with your production work as well. So talk to us about some of the
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows that music can be tough. So I was like, I need to get a good job. I need to get good education so I can do music on my terms.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into working. But I work as a software engineer, developing websites and, you know, building stuff. And that's cool too.
Okay. Yeah. So do you do that internationally or, you know, locally as well?
Yeah, at the moment I'm working like remote. So I have clients, big clients that I have to give solutions for and integration and data and machine learning and a lot of that.
Okay. So I mean, this is 21st century. A lot of learning is online based, technology driven, and all of that. If you were going to be talking to young people, and for instance, someone who's passionate about production, you know, because everything has sort of changed from the traditional sense in the last 10, 15 years. What are the things that you would say people should pay attention to the most?
I'd say just learn, get out there. Today you can find everything on YouTube, on the internet. Find what you want to do and just focus on it and practice a lot. That's the key. And then, you know, you cannot say you don't have access because you have internet and you can find everything that you need to, you know, make a good step.
Well done, Robinson.
Thank
Good to see you.
The same.
And welcome back home.
Thank you, sir.
I know you're going to be here just for just a few weeks.